Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Relationship Communications Weekly Live. I'm Lisa DeToffel, your host, and today we're going to be talking about, are you earning money or making money? Very important topic, and I have a lot to share about it. For those of you that's just joining us for the first time, I'm the founder of Relationship Communications, where I coach and mentor established and aspiring professionals to create, grow, and scale their network. Relationship Communications is this weekly live is a tactical and practical show that I do every week, every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So I hope that you'll put that on your calendar and join us every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Now, I'd love to hear from you if you're joining me live. Please post in the comments and say hello and tell me where you're joining from. If you're watching this later on the replay, please do use hashtag replay. And in full disclosure, for those of you that follow me on a regular basis, I am a little bit different today. I'm actually using my standing desk instead of sitting down at my desk. I was actually involved in a car accident yesterday, so I'm a little bit sore. And sitting for a long period of time kind of makes it worse. So I'm trying standing today. However, that's not going to stop me from sharing the information I want to share with you today. So we are sponsored. The weekly live is actually sponsored by Tiger Eye Solution. That's my virtual assistant business. And at Tiger Eye Solution, we work with speakers, coaches, and professionals to help them grow and scale their businesses. So they can focus on being the CEO and do what they love to do within their business. And we do this virtually and in our online community. I also want to invite, if you are watching this later or even watching in person and you're watching in another area like YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're all over the place. So if you are watching us on YouTube, go ahead and click that subscribe button or that bell so that you can be notified every time that we do go live. This is our weekly live we do on Friday mornings. However, we do other lives as well throughout the week. So I wouldn't want you to miss anything. So before we dive into our topic for today, I would like to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about myself for those that may be new. This was me over 5.5 years ago. Wow, that was a long time ago. In the very last classroom that I was a part of. I was a preschool teacher prior to starting my first business, and this was the classroom I was a part of. I built numerous relationships with the children, their parents, and my coworkers. As you see, there is another teacher in that classroom with me as well. So we were partners in the classroom and taught the children. And when you're working with little ones of that age, they're just starting their education journey, there's a lot involved. There's a lot of things that you have to know or get the children to share with you, etc., so that you know exactly the best way to serve and teach that particular child. Yes, we had a schedule that we tried to go by every day in the classroom. Sometimes we did, sometimes we didn't. And then in some classrooms, actually in this particular classroom, we had different countries represented as well. And we have to honor that also. So there's a variety of different things that you have to learn yourself as a teacher, but to help prepare yourself to be able to teach those children. And one of those things is building a relationship with each individual child, because the child, or anyone for that matter, is not going to share with you the information you need or recommend you in a professional world, right? If they don't know you. Then you have to build the know, like, and trust factor. So before these children would share anything with me of the things that I needed to know about them, they needed to know me and trust me, right? And know that I was there for them and to support them and their needs as they were starting their education journey. It's the same thing, same concept in the professional world. When you're out here, meeting new people, it's the same thing, whether it's in online communities or in Zoom calls, wherever it is, or even in person. Some people are now networking in person again too. So wherever it is that you're meeting new people, you have to start the relationship and then continue to build it, because just meeting them, introducing yourself, and handing them your business card or your contact information. Yeah, it does mean something. That's the beginning stages of starting a relationship with that person. However, if you don't continue to nurture that relationship and let them really get to know, like, and trust you, they're not going to interact with you. They're not going to send you referrals or possibly even work with you in any capacity in the future. Okay. So I learned that skill at a very young time in life because I was a teacher for over 25 years. So I brought that skill with me into the professional world too when I actually started my business. So this was me over 5 years ago when I was in the classroom, learning that skill, building that skill, and building a lot of relationships with students and parents and coworkers. And also during those 25 years, I went through 2 divorces. These are me and my 3 children during one of the 2 different times that I was a single mother. So not only was I trying to nurture and build relationships with students in a classroom where I was teaching, I was also trying to maintain my relationships and care for, provide for all the things for the children I had at home, my own children. And that can be difficult at times when you're a single parent. It really, really can. And it was. And like I said, I was a single mother 2 different times. So yeah, times were tough sometimes and times were great sometimes. 2 of my 2 boys now are grown and out on their own. And then that was my daughter, Alyssa, when she was about probably 5, 6, 7 years old. She's now 16. So things have changed a little bit. And I have a wonderful husband now that I'm married to. Actually, this is what my family looks like today. This is our most recent family photo that also include my 2 grandchildren. So yeah, but going back, I also started my very first business back in 2018. Yeah, was I still a teacher in the classroom? Absolutely. But it had always been a lifelong goal of mine to find something to where I could work from home. I really wish I'd have found it sooner and started my virtual assistant business sooner than what I did. But I'm very thankful and grateful that I did find it when I did and started my business and got everything put into place. And it has grown into what it is today. Because it's awesome. Tiger Eye Solution started in 2018. I took a training program and earned a certification. And then when the pandemic hit and all these professionals started moving into the online space, I decided to build a team. So by 2021, I had my team put together and started offering an array of services, not just the services that I knew how to do myself, but other services because I have team members that know how to do those services. So that's kind of the journey of Tiger Eye Solutions since 2018. And then, of course, like I said, this is my family. This is my why. This is why I get up and do what I do every single day. Now, I'm not going to be, I will say today it was a little bit more difficult to get up and get started in doing what I do just because of what I went through yesterday. It was, could have been worse. I'm grateful it wasn't. So I'm grateful to be where I am right now. So, again, I want to welcome everyone. If you are joining me live, say hello in the comments. Let me know you're here. Let me know where you're coming in from. If you're watching this later, please do use the hashtag replay. So today's topic is about making money. Are you earning money or are you making money? Okay. I do have some notes here if you can, in case you see me looking down, but I have a lot to share about are you earning money or making money, okay? So we're talking about money, right? And there is a difference in earning money and making money. Sometimes we just may need to change the way we think about money, okay? No, don't. I'm in the same boat as you, okay? Because I've had to have a mindset change and shift as well around money. So wherever you are with this topic, you can start from where you are. Okay. Just make the mindset shift that you need to make and get headed in the direction you need to go. Okay. So when you begin working, as an entrepreneur, if you've never owned your own business, there's a very significant mindset shift that has to happen in order for you to be able to move forward as an entrepreneur versus, having a regular job out in the workforce, right? Or in an office or at a Fortune 500 company, whatever the case is for you. So traditionally, when you have a job, you're earning money, right? So what happens, is you look for a job and because they advertise, XYZ jobs available, and it might say that you make X amount of dollars, if you're doing this particular job. And because that's just kind of the industry standard, right? And, kind of like if you're a dental hygienist, you can, be that dental hygienist, and there's going to be an X amount of dollars that you're going to be able to make doing that particular job, right? Or a secretary, well, back in the old days, they were called secretaries. They're called administrative assistants maybe today. There again, you interview for that job and they tell you everything that's involved, all the different things that you would have to do in order to have that position. And they tell you, okay, this is what you're going to make in this position. So you get hired. You negotiate the rate of pay or whatever, or they just flat out tell you this is the rate of pay for this position, and or not, whatever the case may be. And that's what you receive. That's your compensation on a regular basis if you take that job, right? There may be benefits involved, all the things, which is fine. I call this earning money. Okay, this is how you earn money. You actually go to a job that you have accepted, whether it's a secretary job or a dental hygienist job, whatever it is, whatever kind of job it is you have, you go to that job and you make X amount of dollars. You might get paid weekly. You might get paid bi-weekly. You might get paid once a month. Whatever the case is for your particular job, you are earning X amount of money for doing that job, right? So that also means that you don't have a big impact once, you initially accept the job, start doing the job and accepting the X amount of money that they have offered to pay you for doing that job. You don't have an impact on the on what you're making because you have accepted everything they have offered you, right? That's earning money. Okay. Now, what I want to talk about is making money. There's a little bit of a difference there. Okay. So think about it like creating money. Okay. So when you're a business owner and it comes to how much you're going to make, it's very different because you decide how much you're going to charge for whatever you're providing. If you're providing services or if you're selling a product, whatever it is, you make that decision. Yes, I have these baby items and I'm going to sell them for $20 a piece. You make that decision on selling these baby items. Maybe it's baby clothes or something, whatever. Sell one outfit for $20, whatever it is. You make that decision yourself. Okay, this is what I'm going to sell, and this is the price point I'm going to sell it at, right? So, like I said, you decide how many hours you want to work. Like if you're service-based, kind of like myself, you can decide how many hours a day you actually want to work for your clients or customers, right? And that kind of determines how much money you're actually going to make as well, because you've already decided your price point I'm going to charge X amount of dollars for this particular item I'm selling, or this particular service that I'm going to provide for the client or the customer. Okay. So then you can decide how many hours you actually want to work, whether it's 10 hours a week or 50 hours a week, whatever the case is for you. And it's kind of based too on what it is you're doing, whether it's a service you're providing, for your clients and customers, or if it's actually a product that you're selling. You have to have guidelines for each, whether it's a product or a service. Okay. So, like I said, you decide how much money you're going to charge, how many hours you're going to work, making X amount of dollars. And then you can also decide how many clients or customers you want to take on. Now, if you're selling a product, that may or may not come into play. Okay. Like back to the example of selling baby clothes. If you're selling baby clothes, then you're going to sell to whomever, new parents, grandparents, whomever wants to come purchase some baby clothes from you, then you'll sell it to them, right? But if you're providing services to clients and customers, then you can choose. I only need 50 customers a month to make my goal of XYZ, whatever your money goal might be for a month. Okay. So you can pick and choose that yourself. And then when you reach that, say it's the 20 clients, okay, a month that you need at that specific price point you have chosen. Then when you reach that goal of having 20 clients that you're working with on a regular basis, then you can start referring other clients to other people. Okay. That's a possibility too. Okay. Back to this. So you can decide how much money you want to charge. You can decide how many hours you want to work, and you can decide how many clients or customers you want to work with. Okay. Say your goal is $5,000 a month. You want to make $5,000 in a month. Okay. You can make it happen. Right. But if you have a job that pays you $3,000 a month, you can't just turn that around and make the $5,000 that you really want to make, right? So if you have that job that you agreed to, that secretary job, whatever it is, and you agreed to X price point to make X amount of money, and $3,000 is what it comes up to a month, and that's just what you're going to make, right? However, if you're an entrepreneur or a professional, have your own business, you can decide. Okay, maybe you've been in business for 3 years, and that was your goal when you first started, was to make $3,000 a month. Okay, you've been in business now for over 5 years, and now you want to make more money. You're pushing your goal up to $5,000 a month. Okay, then you can make that happen. You can continue to charge your same amount of money if you want, or you can change it. Say you've been charging, I don't know, $25. You might up it to $50 or $75 if that's going to help you to reach your goal of $5,000 a month that you want to make, right? So you can change that up at any time. Okay. So, you can absolutely, as a small business owner or as an entrepreneur, make whatever amount of money you want to make in a month. Like I said, your original goal may have been $3,000 a month, and you've reached that goal because you only wanted to have maybe 10 or 15 clients a month or whatever. But now you can change that. You can either change your hourly rate, or you can take on more clients, ever how you want to work that. That's your choice. You can do that. Okay. To get to your new goal of $5,000 a month. Okay. But that's absolutely doable for you if you're the business owner, right? Okay. And this is because of your efforts. Okay. If you're focusing on the right things, and translate that directly into the money piece of it. I want to make $5,000 in a month. Maybe that's your goal for next year, starting in January or something. That would be a great goal to have, right? I'm going to bump up my monthly income. I want to start making $5,000 a month, whatever. All you have to do is shift a few things and make it happen. The problem is that a lot of people, when they are starting their own business, they have the mindset of earning money instead of making money. Okay. So they're kind of holding themselves back. Okay. They think, so I'm an entrepreneur and I'm charging this much, and it's just a matter of time and people will learn about me and I'll get enough clients or customers, and then the money will start coming in. Is that what you think? But that's not how it works. It is not. Okay? You have to go and get it yourself. You have to create it yourself. Okay? So you have to, get in there and get, like I said, make that mindset shift, because earning money and making money is two different things, and you have to go about it in two different ways. If you want to earn money, go get a job. Go be that secretary or that dental hygienist or whatever, and you can earn money. They tell you they're going to pay you, right? You want to make money and own your own business and be an entrepreneur, you can do that as well. But you have to make that mindset shift and realize that it's different and it doesn't feel natural. However, once you get good at it, it's amazing, right? And it's a completely different way to use your brain. Okay. Like I said, you have to make that mindset shift in order for it to work the way it needs to work. Okay. So no one can lay you off, if you're the business owner, or stop you from succeeding at all. You are the one in charge. If it's your business, you are the one that can decide how much money you're going to charge, for your services you provide or the products that you're selling, whatever the case may be. And you are the one that can choose how many clients or customers you want to have. And you're definitely the one that can decide, I want to make $3,000 the first half of 2024. Then I'm going to change and make $5,000 the second half of 2024. Whatever that looks like for you, right? So, are you earning money or are you making money? Right? If you have any questions about anything I have shared today, please don't hesitate to reach out. And again, if you are watching this later, do use #replay. And let me know that you're watching at a later time. If you're watching us on YouTube, go ahead and click that subscribe button or the bell so you can be notified every time that we do go live. So this is a great topic, guys, especially when we're getting ready to start a new year in a matter of weeks. In just a few weeks, 2024 will be here, right? So some of you may be setting those goals now for 2024. This would be a great one to set. Sit down and really think about it, especially if you're an entrepreneur or the business owner, as to how much money you want to be making per month, per quarter, whatever it is in 2024. And make that mindset shift if that's what you need to do. Hope everyone has a great weekend, and I'll see you again next week.